We moved with 8 children, including at the time we had a 4-month-old. I meant a 4-week-old. We moved to Gambia with a 4-week-old baby, you know. But so whenever the power went out, or whenever, you know, we were uncomfortable or hot or annoyed or whatever, so I made sure not to verbalize my feelings, my frustrations, anything that I was going through. I wouldn't verbalize that in front of the children, because however you feel, it's going to influence your children if you talk about it. If you talk about it in front of them, you air out your frustrations and everything, you know, in front of your children. So I was hot. I was really hot and sweating bullets, and you know, but I didn't complain about it, and I just watched the kids, how they were adapting. Whenever the power would go out in the night, they would just run around the house chasing each other, being loud and everything. They just didn't think anything of it. They figure it's different. It's just different from, you know, what we're used to and where we came from. But as long as they were not influenced by the adults complaining, they were fine, because children adapt, you know. But so anyway, that discomfort lasted about 2 weeks. It may not have been every single day, but my body, I can only speak about my own body, because I don't know how other people felt like they adapted. But as far as myself, I felt like I fully adapted to the environment after 2 weeks. I was no longer feeling like it was hot. And yeah, so after that time, I said to myself, yeah, I can do this. The Gambians are not aware of what's going on in America. Most are not even aware of what it is that we go through over there. Whenever they watch the television, basically it's the opposite. So whenever we were exposed to what Africa was like, and, you know, being showed the poverty and the suffering and the illness and, you know, all that stuff in America that made us fearful from coming over here, it's the opposite. So their media is showing them New York City and Florida, and just like all of the entertainment and all of the LA, and just like all the rich neighborhoods and all, you know. So they're seeing the best. They see the best of America on their television. They don't even know that homelessness exists in America, you know. So they think that we have the best, and we were thinking that they have it worse, you know. And so just don't expect them to understand, no matter how you explain it. No, you know, no matter what you fell victim to, no matter what problems you had, the people, the locals that are here in Gambia that have never been outside of Gambia, they cannot comprehend what it is that you would be trying to explain to them, because they look at Americans as just, we live in the best country, we have the best, we have no problems, everyone is rich. Yes, they think all Americans are rich, you know. So oh, this thing is so layered. I don't even know how much of it I want to talk about in this video. No matter how beautiful someone greets you with an Islamic greeting, no matter how well dressed they are in a jilbab, in a hijab, or a thobe, in a kufi, no matter how much they say wallahi, no matter what their mannerisms are, you have to understand that a stranger is a stranger. Okay, so you do not trust people with your belongings. You do not leave someone with something that you can't afford to lose. You don't have people, strangers, run errands for you that are dealing with sensitive matters like banking and different stuff like that. I have some words of advice for those of you that are coming, that are on their way over here to visit during this season here. I would say understand, because you're going to run into things that are going to be offensive, and you're going to think that the person is just rude and just being offensive. You have to understand that what's normal for us is not normal for Gambians. It's a completely different culture. What's normal for them can be rude to us. You know, so for example, when you're shopping, they may take the money and just throw it on the counter or throw it on the table, and in our culture that's offensive. You place money in some, you're expecting a person to place the money in your hand. Okay, well that's probably not going to happen over here. Sometimes it does, but you know, sometimes they just toss it. You know, they're busy, they're trying to get to the next person, and it's not something that's offensive, you know, in their culture. If they don't toss it, sometimes they'll just place it down and keep moving. You know, they're not going to say, thank you for shopping with us, like we're used to in America, like the customer is always right. Oh, I literally just had an argument with a cashier in the gas station because, and he wasn't African, he was Indian. So let me tell you what happened. I was buying some Diet Coke. That's me and my grandma's guilty pleasures, Diet Coke. So I had 2 cans and I went to check out, and the cashier rang up one of the cans and dropped it. He dropped it on the ground and picked it up and went to put it back in the bag. And I said, let me get another one because I want to drink this when I leave from the store. I don't want to open it and it just fizz, you know, all over. And he was like, no, it's okay. Like, you can just keep it. It's nothing wrong. And I said, yeah, there is something wrong. When I open it, it's going to spray all over the place. I don't want that one. I want to get another one. And he was insisting. He was putting it in the bag. And I told him, I'm not paying for that. You dropped it. I didn't drop it. So I don't want it. I don't want it to spray when I open it. He's like, that's not going to happen. I said, do you drink soda? Do you know? Like, oh my God. Ooh. Just when I thought that I was like, I thought that I had gained so much patience over the past 3 years of being here, but it's just incidents now. Okay, so like I said, this man was not Gambian, he was an Indian, but there are all different types of cultures here, not just Africans, not just Gambians. You will run into people from all over the world here, and you have to understand that we don't think a lot. We don't think the same. The mindset is different. The mentality is different. The customer is not always right. They will mess your food up and want you to pay for it. In restaurants, they will mess your food up and be offended that you don't want to eat it or that you don't want to pay for it. I have had them bring pizza with toppings on it that I couldn't eat. I remember when I was pregnant with my last baby, we went out, we had ordered some pizza, and they brought the pizza. The pizza that I had wanted was supposed to just have ground beef on top. They had brought it, it had some kind of, it was like a sloppy Joe sauce. So it was like ground beef, and then it had some sauce on it as well. So I had that pizza before and I didn't like it. I wasn't able to eat it. So I explained to him, I'm not able to eat this. And it's not what I ordered, but I definitely can't eat it because I don't like it, and I'm pregnant. So like my taste buds are very sensitive, you know. And he was trying to tell me that this was the normal, like that it was just minced meat. It was just basically, he was just trying to tell me it was ground beef. Like that's the order, that's what it looks like. And I'm like, no, it's not. I just ordered, you know, a regular meat on top. It's not supposed to have the sauce. That sauce that's there, I don't like it. And I didn't order that. I was supposed to be plain. He was arguing with me, telling me that I must be mixed up. I must have ordered that pizza at another restaurant. And I'm like, I have pictures of the pizza in my phone. Do you want to see the pictures that I have in my phone? No, it was here that I ordered it from, but I can't eat that. I was just telling him, like, you have to take it back. I don't like it. I'm pregnant. And I was so frustrated. Oh my God. I was so mad. I was crying. Yes, I was crying. Adult me, pregnant with my 8th child, and I got that mad. I was crying. I was so mad, you know. But the customer's not always right. Anyway, he ended up taking that pizza back. I sat there so upset. I didn't even eat with the rest of the family. I didn't want nothing. I was just so mad. And then like after everyone finished eating and we were about to leave, he comes out and he's like, I brought you something. And he opens the tray and it's the original pizza that I had ordered, that he said, you know, he had said it was impossible for me to get that pizza because they don't sell that pizza at that restaurant. He was telling, he was just making up all these lies. you know. And but anyway, culturally for us, that's not, it's not acceptable, it's not tolerable, it will make you furious. Just know that it's normal over here, you know. You can order something and you go back another time and you order the exact same dish, it will not taste the same. They will put seasonings in it that they didn't use before. Not always, but it is normal if it happens, you know. They can even put like something spicy in it because they were being creative this time and they didn't tell you. and they expect you to eat it, you know. So yeah, it's really different. But those were some of the shocks, some of the cultural shocks that I remember, that stands out in my memory from when we first arrived. So I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to cut it off here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.